As I decided to choose Handshake as one of the platforms for this project, for me, it was about utilizing a platform and being able to explain why this platform has been so helpful to career centers everywhere. A lot of universities have used it in so many different ways, and it's really not only helped universities but also helped a lot of students within these different universities really obtain jobs after college. So I wanted to talk about what this technology platform can do and its capability and why it's increased so much over of use within over 500 universities in such a short period of time. I do want to start off with an introduction. Obviously, it's not done. This is my rough draft, but for this, I want to kind of give a quick intro before even getting into the actual form of technology. I think it's important to give good intro and discuss why I even chose this in the first place and how impactful some this form of technology can really be. Um, so, kind of just a more sorry more of an introduction focusing on the actual platform itself and why it was even implemented, to give a little history on when it didn't exist, how that went. What is Handshake? So definitely getting to what Handshake is, beginning from where it started in 2014 and only in 4 years, it has really made such a huge impact within career centers, as I mentioned before, within 500 over 500 universities. So being able to not only show from before that introduction here, but also kind of discussing now, going into the actual details of the actual platform, um, and how this really helped out with opportunities for students and job search, and kind of just going through all the different pieces. I really wanted this to be more of an overview, which I'll definitely be able to give more of that. Also, talking about the features of Handshake, that's a part that I not necessarily left out, but as I kind of was thinking through this piece of what is Handshake, sorry, it's gonna keep, kind of what is Handshake, I really think it's important to not only tell you what it is, but also show you the different pieces entailed in it. And I think that gives more of a better overview as to why it's so important to use it, and then kind of go through again more and really try to show a lot of images and give more details into all of these different features as well. And here's more of that, which I'll be doing on multiple slides. Also focusing on how Handshake and career centers how Handshake has impacted the career centers itself, from the impact that the career centers make on students, and from an administrative standpoint, it has really not only helped about giving job opportunities to students, but it has helped administrators within career centers in their own job in so many different ways, and I want to be able to give that detail here. And as I mentioned here, it really has affected sorry, it really has affected the way that um, career centers are able to communicate with students and employers. And as I was moving forward throughout all of this, sorry, my computer is not. Um, but as I move forward through all of this, kind of going through again and how it bridges the gap with employers and career centers, also focusing on the best practices as well. That also the best practices are really important because best practices can really show a lot as far as what that's going to look like for this form of technology, and then also getting into the different obstacles as well. These obstacles I'll be able to go through in more detail, and then also discussing the future of Handshake, and student outcomes, of course, but including the references as well, because I think references are really, really important, of course. But all these different references that I have not only talks about Handshake as a whole, but it really talks about its evolution. And then I also actually focused on pulling some references about where career centers were before this type of form of technology was even invented in any way. So that's what I was able to do here within this platform, and it's been really helpful for me. And I'm really excited to share that with the class. Thank you.